I kind of lost track of that one. I can't pinpoint one person or one girl or one guy that inspires me, but just seeing all the girls getting into sports these days and how far the top level is being pushed in every sport that I follow, all those girls inspire me. And it's a handful of them. I can't really name any one specific person. The advice I'd give to a new rider is just get into it for fun. You can't get into it to make a living in this sport, especially with all the injuries and things that come along with it. But if it's fun, it'll keep you going. And if you can get that drive to compete, then it's even more fun to go out and race and do all that stuff competitively. That's what drove, I had a lot of drive for the competitive side of it, but I'm also finding now a lot more fun just going out and riding with my friends and getting on the trails or getting in the sand dunes. And that's kind of where I'd say if you're a beginner, just make sure it's fun or you're gonna not really like it too much.
If you could go back 10 years and give yourself advice, what would it be?
10 years. If I go back 10 years, I'd say stick to surfing. Just like with riding and with surfing, I just like being smooth. I like the smooth styles like Kevin Windham or Stephanie Gilmore or somebody that's just they make it look effortless. And I kind of try to relate that into both sports, really try to, be really smooth through a berm or over a jump or in a cutback or off the lip. It's all about being smooth and making it look effortless. That's what is my favorite style that I can relate to both sports. The coolest project I've been a part of in my life was a project with Red Bull where it was completely out of the box. It was 3 weeks. We were off the grid, me and 3 other female athletes, 2 snow skiers and 1 surf iron woman from Australia. And we just they dropped us off in the middle of the Australian outback, and we pretty much just made our way through hiking, 12 hours a day and just experiencing the unknown and not even knowing what we were getting up to every hour of the day. That was the most unique and insane experience I've ever had. The most rewarding thing racing motorcycles and growing up in dirt biking has given me is just the relationships I've had with the people I've met through it. And you won't find better people or better families than you will inside the motorsport community. That's probably the one thing that I'll take away for the rest of my life is the people I've met. And through that, the experiences I've had with those people. That's probably the thing that stood out the most for me. I think I was fortunate enough to be a part of a group of women in the motocross community that we were able to break through and really make something at a time when there wasn't a whole lot when we got there. And I think I was just fortunate enough to be in that group of, there's 5 or 6 of us that really pushed the sport to a level that it made people pay attention to it more, and it got us a lot of recognition. And I think that's how I've been able to break the mold. I think coming up in September, I possibly am going to France for World Enduro for the World Cup for women's racing. It's kind of like a world championship, and I was selected to represent Team USA or represent the USA. Wait, I can start that over. The USA. Kind of makes sense. The United States. Coming up at the end of the summer, I'll be heading to France to represent USA for the Women's World Cup in Enduro. So hopefully bring home a world championship back to the States. Something surprising. I guess something surprising, it kind of goes along with an experience that put me out of my comfort zone was I hate being underwater, surprisingly. And I did a Red Bull freedive thing a few years ago where I dove to like 90 feet freediving, and that's probably what I'd be most uncomfortable, and maybe that surprised people because I hate being underwater. I freak out. I wouldn't, well, I guess I was racing at Washougal at Enduro there, and I went to go to the bathroom right before going to the start line, and my zipper broke on my brand new pants. So I walked up to a random camp and was like, hey, my zipper open. Do you guys have like a zip tie and a screwdriver I can fix my pants? And they looked at me like I was a weirdo, like, what is this girl doing? I'm like, I gotta go up to the race and my pants are broken. And they gave me some zip ties and it was all good. That was kind of embarrassing. Oh, we're getting past the